This podcast is for entertainment and commentary purposes only. The views expressed by the hosts and guests are their own and do not reflect any organizations or affiliates. This show may contain adult language and mature themes. Listener discretion is advised. Portions of media may be used under fair use for commentary and criticism. Nothing discussed on this podcast should be taken as professional, legal, or financial advice.
It's J.M. and Digz, two kids that never quit. From the ring to the booth, yeah, they still talk their shit. Hey! Thursdays on your feed, they're the ones you don't skip. If you came for the vibes, you came for J.M. and Digz.
All right, welcome. Let me fix my camera. To another episode of the J.M. and Digz podcast. And as you guys can probably tell, we don't have Digz here. Unfortunate events happened in the Digz home, and his 5-year-old daughter's guinea pig has passed away, and she is devastated. So Digz is taking the week off to, be with his daughter. For a 5-year-old to lose a pet like that, it's going to be very traumatic. So obviously, family's first, and I feel bad. And that's where Digz is going to be for tonight. But we got a bunch of stuff to talk about. The show must go on from the dungeon. Appreciate that. Sorry for your loss, Digz. But yeah. So we're going to get right into it. I guess we're going to start with local news. Or Sanchez, how do you have it set up? Are we starting with local news, or are we starting with sports?
Local news.
Local news, okay. So obviously Boston is a shit show. It is a shit show. We have way too many shootings being reported out of Boston. The first one I want to talk about was the one on Tuesday. I believe From the Dungeon actually DM'd me on Instagram about it. I obviously already knew about it, but it's made national news, national media exposure. Suspect, 46-year-old Tyler Brown of Boston, is in custody and being treated for gunshot wounds at a Boston hospital. Around 1:30 p.m. Between River Street and Pleasant Street. You'll see, you can go online and look up videos of this guy. He's got like a semi-automatic weapon, and he just starts opening up on, random bystanders, people's vehicles. Traffic was stopped. Cars just, people just stopped their car, ran out. It's actually miraculous that he only hit 2 people who, last reported was they were in critical condition because of this. So, look at Gio. He's like, need a fill-in? I mean, Gio, if you're available, I don't know if Sanchez can work that fast.
He's got the power to walk through any door that he wants to.
Hey, if he wants to join, if he wants to fill in for Digz, that's fine, man. That's fine with me. But yeah, so yeah, the Cambridge shooting, came out of nowhere Tuesday, and yeah, it was fucking terrible. It was fucking terrible. For the fact that we are getting more and more people that are just deciding to, pull out a weapon and go into public and just open fire at random. It makes you nervous that you don't know when shit can go south in your normal day. So, hearts out to the victims. I hope they recover. And, I believe we got an update on the story too, Sanchez, where they didn't they just I don't know, how do you what's the word? They didn't arrest him in his hospital bed. What did they do?
They arraigned him.
They arraigned him in his hospital bed because obviously the cops shot him to get the scene under control. Yeah. So they arraigned him in his hospital bed. That dude ain't going nowhere, and hopefully they lock him up and throw away the fucking key. And unfortunately, that wasn't the only shooting. This happened yesterday over in Roxbury. A man was rushed to the hospital Tuesday night following a shooting in Boston's Roxbury neighborhood. It's the city's 5th shooting in 4 fucking days. According to Boston police, multiple shots were fired in the area of Cheney Street around 10:16 p.m. and a man was found suffering from a gunshot wound. Welcome, Gio. He was transported to the area hospital for treatment. His condition is unknown. Vehicle was also damaged by gunfire, which has also happened multiple times in this week. No arrests have been made, and the shooting remains under investigation, which is fucking terrible. So, yeah, Boston's got a huge problem. You're talking 5 shootings in 4 days. The city of Boston needs to do something. The Boston PD definitely needs to get on something because that is ridiculous. Especially the one last night. The guy got away. Like, how the hell did he get away? It's unheard of. It's fucking unheard of.
Coming in? Am I good? There we go. Awesome. Yeah, my bad. I didn't know if my audio was through.
Yeah, Evie Monks is doing this thing now. When you get in, he has to do something to get out.
Yeah, you just got to switch. You just switch your mic to another one, or like just turn it off and turn it right back on.
Oh, he does it for me. I don't even do anything.
Thanks a lot, nice Evie Monks.
That's so nice.
So welcome in, Gio. But yeah, I mean, dude, 5 shootings in Boston in 4 days. Mm-hmm. I don't even understand how the hell Boston PD are allowing this to happen. I mean, I understand from the Tuesday shooting, broad daylight, a guy just comes out with a semi-automatic and opens fire. There's not much you're going to be able to prepare for that. But
is that the guy right there? That's the guy we're talking about?
Yeah, so that happened Tuesday. That was the first shooting I covered. But then there was another one. Thank you, Dungeon and Gio, for helping out. What's up?
I got you, Dig.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, the guy just, so we're not going to show it on the pod, obviously, because you'll see the gun and everything. We don't want to break YouTube TOS or nothing like that. But you can look it up online. They got aerial footage of this guy with the gun out, just blasting cars, blasting random people, and it's a miracle he only hit 2 people, but they ended up in a hospital critical condition.
Yeah. I mean, if you wanted to really be silly, you could be stupid and be like, this guy looks like he literally walked out of a GTA online video game and just started acting that way.
I don't want to make any presumptions or anything. He looks like a disgruntled postal worker. Like that looks like
That's actually before we started the pod. Sanchez said that. Is he wearing a postal outfit? Like that's the first thing he's saying.
Giveaway those stripes, man. Those stripes. That's fucking wild.
But yeah, I mean, I understand Boston is a big city, especially for here in New England. It is the biggest city in New England. Yeah. But I mean, you gotta do something different if you're Boston PD out there when it comes to, like, I don't know if you're gonna hire more cops or what you're gonna do, but gun control is obviously a huge problem if you're having this many shootings in 1 week.
Oh, absolutely. Either sales aren't being monitored at these fucking places where they sell firearms, or law enforcement is just doing what it's been doing across the country, and that's being absolutely fucking negligent. Like we're seeing with celebrity cases, often we're seeing it with all these other cases. They take their sweet ass time to investigate an issue. They take their sweet ass time to make an arrest when all the evidence is right there in front of you. So it's fucking ridiculous. Damn.
So, but this guy got what was coming to him. Cop shot him down and then took him to the hospital. He got arraigned in his hospital bed. So he ain't going anywhere. So good. Sad story out of Boston. Hearts and prayers to all the victims. And Boston PD, you guys got to step up, man. You got to get something going over there. But
yeah, that's wild.
For my only Rhode Island story, it's coming out of Jamestown, Rhode Island. That is a picture you see of the Jamestown Verrazano Bridge. And this is like a continuing story. Obviously, me and Digz have talked about all the issues with bridges in the state of Rhode Island over the course of this whole podcast's existence. And this just adds to it. So the other day, they decided to start repairing this bridge 1 lane at a time, literally just causing major traffic because there's only 2 lanes in each direction as it is. So because they're working 1 lane at a time, It caused everyone to have to be in one lane. And then on top of that, they're working on each structural joint. So it's when each piece of the bridge meets the next piece.
Yeah.
So they had to dig out some of the concrete and do something with those joints. And because they're not going to do it like the same day to repave it, they're just putting steel plates over those joints. So there's something crazy like 23 to 28 steel plates on the bridge as you go over the bridge. It's just the
Look.
It's like the bumpiest, shittiest ride you possibly can imagine, and it's not even. They plan on being done with the side they're working on now next week, but then they still got to do the other side. They got to do the same thing. So yeah, this is just another clusterfuck of construction, and it's every bridge in the state right now. We also didn't. I don't know if we covered this last week. Did we cover the bridge? The on ramp to 95 in on your way to Providence? It collapsed and fell onto the Amtrak and anything from. We covered that last week.
Yep, it wasn't last week. You actually covered it a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
something that was going on in that bridge.
Yeah, so so it's a bridge, but it's also an off ramp or technically an on ramp to 95 North, and it goes right over the Amtrak train tracks, and part of it collapsed onto the tracks. Amtrak was shut down for almost 2 straight days, so anything going between Providence and like anything south, Connecticut, New York, anything like that. So if you needed to travel from New York to Boston or vice versa, you couldn't because those tracks were down for 2 days. They had to clean up. Yeah, they had to clean up everything, and then Amtrak had to go there and literally rebuild, like, you know, those what do they call them? Those power lines that the train kind of runs on. Yeah, they had to rebuild all that because the fucking bridge took those down.
Yes.
So yeah, it's a mess everywhere. And then obviously the George Washington Bridge here in Rhode Island. Is it the George Washington Bridge? I can't remember the full name of it. It might be somebody else. But it's definitely the Washington Bridge. That bridge almost collapsed, and they caught it right before it did. So that's been a mess, and we don't see any solution in sight anytime soon on that because they're still taking down the parts of the bridge that need to be rebuilt. So
needless to say, travel out there is a shit show.
Yeah, and and for the country's smallest state, it's kind of ridiculous because you drive 5 minutes, you're seeing construction. You drive 5 minutes, you see more construction. You're driving 5 minutes, you see more construction. So yeah, it's a shit show. It's really a shit show.
Construction capital of the world.
Yeah, unless you're these guys that work on this shit, they're making bank. Obviously, the amount of overtime these road workers are making right now is probably just incredible.
Can I throw in an observation too?
What's that?
That New England area has been around since the early 1700s, and they're still constructing it.
Yeah, so a lot of the bridges that they're being worked on right now, they go. Not all of them, but a lot of them date back to the 1960s is the last time they were even touched. But the crazy thing is the bridge that collapsed onto the Amtrak, that was built in 99 when Amtrak upgraded to that speed rail system with the power lines. So that thing collapsed only 27 years. That was like that, and that collapsed. So yeah, the state's got to do a better job of keeping up with the roads and the bridges. It's dangerous out here. You gotta, anytime you go under an overpass, you better be fucking cautious, or you better speed through it because you don't know what's gonna happen.
Dude, no.
And I dropped
nothing but metal plates supporting beneath you. Yeah, fuck no.
There's a bridge right down the street from my house, and it's an off ramp from 95. It's called Route 37, and it's literally how I get to work and I get home every day. And that bridge is jacked up on wooden beams holding that bridge up. And the plan was to rebuild it, and they realized it was so severely deteriorated that they're just going to be tearing the whole bridge down, and then making that Route 37. They're going to just build a giant intersection into our Route 1
like
up
an
here.
overpass.
It was an overpass, but now they're ripping it down, and they're making a slope, and they're just going to make that shit go right into Post Road and make a giant intersection because that bridge is so fucked. Yeah, it's a mess, dude. I deal and I drive for a living. Like a big part of my job is driving, so I see it. I see it all. So it's fucking terrible out here, bro. It is fucking terrible out here. So I know it's not your favorite cup of tea, Gio, but I've got only a few sports headlines to cover.
Yeah, let's go soccer.
I don't watch soccer. That's not. You won't see me covering that. Well, we probably will. We probably will talk about the World Cup because the World Cup's going to be here in New England this year.
Football. I was right.
It's here. It's here in our home, actually, and the transportation prices are crazy.
Yeah,
JM, did you know that? Did you know that people are thinking about walking from New York City to the Meadowlands?
Football.
Yeah, so you do realize though the Meadowlands is not the only ones getting it. We're getting it at Gillette Stadium where the Patriots play too.
100%. Yep. Okay, and then it's several places.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So from you guys up to here is going to be fucking crazy with international travel.
Oh boy,
the amount of people that are going to be flying from other countries to watch these games is going to be crazy. And I don't even understand how they're pulling it off with the games. And
what's crazy is like we just shut down an entire airlines, like a whole airline. So now we're like, there's less airlines to there's less options to travel to, and not many cheap ones.
And they're expanding the one too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How are they going to walk through the Holland Lincoln Tunnel? Yeah, no shit.
We'll see. We will see.
We need more Tottenham Hotspurs coverage. I don't even know who the hell that is.
What the fuck is that?
It sounds like a deli meat.
Is that a football team? Is it? I do not watch international football, so
sounds like cold cuts. Sounds like cold cuts to me. Tottenham. It's my munchies talking. My bad.
Apparently, they had an awful season.
Who did?
Tottenham?
That team?
The Hotspurs. Yeah.
Would you just look it up?
Wait, hold on. Apparently. Where the fuck is Tottenham though? Like, where is this?
Yeah, well, that's gonna be UK, right?
Where is Tottenham?
He's gonna Google AI it.
North Gemini, not affiliated. Tottenham is in North London, England.
Oh shit! There you go.
Okay. Bullets, how are we supposed to know that, bro? How are we supposed to know that? Anyway, yeah. So
where's Kyrou when you need him?
Yeah, right.
For real.
Does he watch soccer though? He doesn't seem like more like a sports guy to me.
He doesn't seem like a sports guy.
I know he's spoken about it very briefly and vaguely, but he doesn't really talk about it if he does.
Okay, interesting.
That's what we got in the world of football.
All right, so the only thing we got for the NFL is honestly that they came out with their international game schedule because over the years, the NFL has done more and more games overseas. So this year is by far the most international games that the NFL is announcing. It's actually crazy. So how many is this? We got 7 or 8 here? Yeah, it's 8. 9? 9 games overseas, man. And you gotta understand the travel to play American football in these other countries.
I was about to ask, like, how does that work?
Yeah, it's actually terrible, fucking terrible for these teams.
I'll take your word for
it. They've all been public. They all come out and they all say it. But yeah, so we'll just go over the schedule real quick. So September 10th this year, the San Francisco 49ers will take on the Los Angeles Rams in Melbourne, Australia. And so for us, it'll be at 8:35 p.m. Eastern time kickoff. But in reality, for the players, they're playing at
Like 2 o'clock
10:35
in the afternoon and shit. It's like-
No, they're playing at 10:35 a.m. the next fucking day.
Fuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yo,
and it-
how do these players keep up with this shit?
Yeah, it's terrible, man. September 27th, the Baltimore Ravens will take on the Dallas Cowboys in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. That will be a 4:25 p.m. Eastern time kickoff for us in the States, but it will be 5:25 p.m. Rio time. So it doesn't seem like the time difference is too crazy there, because Brazil's south of us, right? So that's
It's in
so-
South America.
So yeah, it really depends on what part of that continent they're on. So it looks like they're
Yeah, I would say it's between central, fucking.
well, according to this, they're only going to be an hour ahead.
An hour ahead. Oh,
Yeah, so that's actually not that bad. I'm sure they'll be able to handle. They'll be able to handle that. October 4th, the Indianapolis Colts will take on the Washington Commanders. Oh my God. It says Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London, UK.
Oh, shit,
What
there you
the
go.
fuck? What the
you wanted
fuck?
coverage, Bullets? There you go.
Yo, Bullets, what the fuck, bro?
He read the
What?
schedule. He read the fucking schedule.
Did you read the schedule? Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
That's pretty funny. That's going to be a 9:30 a.m. game here for us on the East Coast. They'll actually be playing in London time at 2:30 p.m. Decent fucking difference there.
Yeah.
All right. So this is the game that Bullets was talking about right here. October 11th, Philadelphia Eagles versus Jacksonville Jaguars in the same Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London, UK. Same thing, 9:30 a.m. for us, 10:30 p.m. in London. And then, holy shit. And then October 18th, it's the Houston Texans versus the Jacksonville Jaguars again. So Jacksonville just staying in fucking London for the week?
I
That's
guess
crazy.
London claimed him.
So-
London Jaguars now.
Well, actually, no. I just thought of this. I'm an idiot. Jacksonville Jaguars are owned by the Khans. You know, Tony Khan, the owner of
Yeah.
AEW. So his father owns the Jaguars, and then they own Wembley Stadium. And then
Shit. Yeah, I thought he owned the Panthers.
no, he owns the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Shit,
So
it's
they
on
own
the map.
they own Wembley, so that makes sense actually. So that's why. So Jacksonville's like, all right, we'll play in Tottenham Stadium, but then we're to stay a week and we're gonna play in our own Wembley Stadium.
Oh yeah,
so-
make that check.
Yeah, the players are gonna hate it, but as far as the ownership,
Yeah.
they think it's a home game.
I
Dude,
also
this
want to
whole
say,
tour sounds like you're playing completely jet lagged, like hard body.
yeah, I also want to throw in here, and Gio knows about Wembley Stadium. Wembley Stadium is one of the most iconic stadiums in the world. It was built in 1923, and for them to be able, even younger players and newer players, to be able to be and play in Wembley Stadium, that's an honor right there. That's like a badge of honor in the sports world or anything that has to do with stadiums and arenas and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's not the first time the NFL's played there, but like I said, this is the first time that you've seen this many international games in one season. It's going to be fucking crazy. All right, so after that, on October 25th, we got the Pittsburgh Steelers playing against the New Orleans Saints in Paris, France.
Ooh.
Not much. I don't even know what this stadium is called. Stade de France. That's how that's what it's called. Same time though. It's a 9:30 a.m. It's a 9:30 a.m. game for us, but 2:30 p.m. for them. And then after that, on November 8th, we got the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Atlanta Falcons in Madrid, Spain. 9:30 a.m. game for us, 3:30 p.m. in Madrid. And November 15th, my New England Patriots take on the Detroit Lions in Munich, Germany. 9:30 a.m. game, 3:30 Munich time.
It's Munich.
Munich.
All right, can I make a strange assessment here?
Yeah.
As an outsider looking in, it sounds like a lot of these games are taking place overseas because every time they host a fucking home game for either team, something gets set on fire. Is that what happened? Like they're just tired of all the fucking collateral damage. They said, "Fuck it, let it happen over there." Like
I mean, there's a few definitely diehard NFL cities that would do that shit, but not every NFL team. Definitely the Philadelphia Eagles, though. If they lost, they'd probably set some shit on fire.
I'm saying, like they're there. They're there. The potential's there.
That's as much as a guarantee as rain.
America's team is playing in Germany.
There you go.
It depends on who you consider America's team. Some people say it's the Patriots. Other people say it's the Cowboys. Cowboys playing in Brazil this year. So depends on which team you consider America's team. But anyway, the last one is November 22nd. The Minnesota Vikings will take on the San Francisco 49ers in Mexico City, Mexico. That's going to be at 8:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time game, 7:20 p.m. Mexico time. So that wraps up all the games we're going to see.
They'll be right there at the border to come back home, pretty much.
Yeah. So some of those, honestly, out of all of them, only 2 of them are not that bad.
Yeah, Australia's fucking nuts.
That one's gnarly. Nuts. Yeah, that one's gnarly. That one's crazy. Yep, definitely hear you on that. So, yeah, that's the most international games I've ever seen scheduled in the NFL in one season ever. They started this. They started this 10 years ago. They did. You know, they started with one international game a year. So they started. Now they're fucking doing. Now they're banging out 9. Like, what the hell, bro? It's crazy. So
and across the fucking oceans, bro. That's the real crazy part.
Yeah, the logistics in that got to be insane, man.
Oh, absolutely nuts. It's gonna be absolutely nuts. Absolutely. Yep. The jet lag, the not just transitioning to play over there, but then you have to then get on a plane and come back home and transition to play the next week.
Yep.
Maybe some of these teams, when the full schedules come out, we'll get a better understanding. But like, you know, some of these
Super Bowl's gonna be in Saudi. They're gonna do the Super Bowl in Saudi next.
Yo, I really hope not, but who knows the way the fucking sports are going? Sports and entertainment, I should say. Yeah. Fuck. You'll never see a WrestleMania in Wembley though. You'll never see a WrestleMania in Wembley. All right. Moving on to the MLB. This is a Sanchez story, but it is pretty hilarious. I find this so funny. So the Oakland A's, or the Oakland Athletics, the MLB professional baseball team, right? Well, just like every Oakland's pro sports team, they're moving to Vegas. I think the only team that didn't move to Vegas is the Golden State Warriors. They're the only ones that can make money, and that's because they declared both Oakland and San Fran, and that's why they make money. But so yeah, we already saw the Raiders move to Vegas. They've been there for a few years now. Mm-hmm. They got a hockey team there, but they didn't move from Oakland. Where did
the Kraken? I think they were a new team.
Yeah, they're an expansion hockey team, I think. Wait, is that the name of the team? Kraken?
The Kraken, yeah. And the fans call themselves the Crackheads.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here.
Is that true? Are you trolling?
No, I'm not.
I don't believe you.
Talk about setting yourself up for failure. Jesus Christ.
I don't believe you.
Brown Crackheads, Las Vegas.
The NHL team's called the Vegas Golden Knights. Where did that come from?
Oh, now you want to come back up.
All right.
Where did that come from?
All right.
Okay, so they came from Seattle, and yeah, the Seattle fans, the Crackheads, have organized meetups for games at the T-Mobile Arena, particularly in 2022 through 2026.
Jeez.
I don't want to know what the rituals are. I don't want to know what the rituals are.
Anyway, crackheads. Jesus Christ. So anyway, the Athletics, their plan is to move out of Oakland and move to Las Vegas and be Las Vegas's official professional baseball team. But the Athletics were refused the Las Vegas and Vegas Athletics trademark from the trademark office.
Oh,
The
shit.
Athletics Las Vegas trademark issue is more of a legal headache than a relocation crisis. The U.S. Patent and Trademark Office refused the team's attempt to register Las Vegas Athletics and Vegas Athletics because the office views the name as too geographically descriptive. Basically, Las Vegas is the place, and athletics is a broad sports term. Sorry. Broad
Sorry,
sports term.
I do not associate athleticism with Las Vegas in any way, shape, or form. So I don't know how the fuck that works.
Well, no, I think it's because if the term Las Vegas Athletics could refer to as the entire like the
They're
entire.
talking about the drunk guys doing parkour at 3:00 in the morning down the
Well,
strip.
I think they mean any athletic type of person in Las Vegas. I guess that's what they're kind of saying here.
Beer pong.
We're as real as a heart attack. How did I say that? That's crazy. Nah, dude, I'm AI, bro. I'm so AI.
Oh shit, man!
I am
Take it over.
Danny, I am so AI, bro. I'm so AI. I'm part of Skynet. So the team argued that the Athletics name has been part of the MLB history since 1901 through Philadelphia, Kansas City, and Oakland. But the USPTO is treating the Las Vegas version as its own new trademark. The key thing is this does not stop the team from moving or using the name. It just makes federal trademark protection harder right now, especially for merchandise and fighting knockoffs. Since the team isn't expected to play in Las Vegas until 2028, they may have a stronger case later once fans and consumers clearly associate Las Vegas Athletics with the MLB. But yeah, for right now, they're fighting this tooth and nail. They should just change the name. Now, from the dungeon, I literally was talking to Sanchez about this before the podcast, and I totally agree with that. I do understand that the Athletics name, very historic, like from 1901, that's kind of crazy. But for me, new era, you're moving to a whole new city. You know, change it up, change the logo, change the name, change the color
stadium. You've seen what the stadium looks like that they're building. It's huge. It has a roof that opens up. It doesn't fit the name, and it doesn't fit the name. Like, do the Las Vegas Gamblers or something.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a great name. That sounds terrible.
It's a very terrible name.
You want to go from athletics to gamblers, bro?
Fits, no. That fits. Or the Las Vegas disgruntled.
But Las Vegas has
Vegas bankrupt.
Las Vegas has a minor league team called the Aviators, and they actually have the best baseball uniform in the MLB. To me, better than even the major league. But if they could transition to the Aviators, that would be a nice move for them too.
Imagine that though, like a major league team takes a minor league team's name. That's fucking crazy. Would the Aviators become the Athletics minor league team as soon as they move there?
Maybe they'll probably get thrown to like fucking sixth spring, possibly.
Yeah, the Aviators are still Las Vegas, so they would still have that copyright issue.
Gotcha.
I mean, no matter what, yeah. Like the problem is the team is not going to make any fucking money because they don't have a copyright on it, so they can't sell anything with the name on it. They could claim it, like, you know,
there it is.
We call ourselves this, but they can't make any fucking money. That's fucked.
Yeah, and that's the same thing that happened and how they forced the Washington football team to change from the Redskins to actually they actually called themselves the Washington football team for a few years before they became the Commanders, but so they were called the Redskins. They determined that the term was racist, and the owner still didn't want to change the name. So what happened? The USPTO just took away their copyright and their trademark, and then out of nowhere, it was like a sea of people came in, decided just, putting out their own Washington Redskins T-shirts and stuff like that. Actually, South Park made an episode after that where they just used the shit out of the Washington Redskins name, logo, likeness, and I think they did it as like a Kickstarter. Like, yeah, we're gonna name our company the Washington Redskins. The PTO, the trademark, the PTO dropped the trademark, so we can use it all we want.
Oh God.
And then like Cartman like goes on stage and announces his Kickstarting company. He's like, check out our new slogan, Washington Redskins, go fuck yourself.
You know what's funny within the midst of all this is that the family of the man who was on the face of the logo has been fighting that team for the last couple of years to put the name back.
Yeah. Some people want the name back, but
Yeah, a Native American, the Native American family, Geo. That
Hang on, I gotta look for that logo now. Hold on.
it's kind of racist.
I wouldn't doubt it.
it's
You're
an
calling it-
interesting topic.
You're literally calling an Indian a redskin.
I know, but like, can you really say that's just one person?
They never changed the
It's
Cleveland. They never changed the Cleveland Indian name. Yeah, but is the term
Yeah, they
Indian
did.
considered? Did
They're
they?
called they're called the
don't know.
Guardians.
the Guardians.
Oh,
Hey,
that's right. That's right. Oh, yeah. From the dungeon, where you getting your info from?
This guy's fucking. He's researching too much. Stop it. Just fucking stop it, D.
I forgot about
Now,
that. I do remember that story about the car.
Now there is a minor league team with the Indians name on it, but it's not a major league team. But Cleveland is the Guardians.
I don't get that though. Was the term Indian racist? Is that what they could? Is that why they got rid of that name too?
I don't know if it. I mean,
I could definitely see why Redskins racist, but I thought the term Indian. But I thought the term Indian is just the term Indian. I didn't think there was any negative.
I guess it's just like the
fact that
approach to it. You know what I mean? Like you would call somebody from India an Indian. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, I don't know. That's a strange. That's a strange.
That's true. Actually, that's true. I didn't think of it that way.
So it says here from USA Today, the Cleveland baseball team changed its name from the Indians to the Guardians in 2021 to move away from using Native American imagery, following decades of pressure and protest from indigenous groups and advocates who deemed the name and mascot racist and offensive. The official change aimed to foster a more inclusive community.
I guess that's true.
Yeah, but now they get less representation.
Yeah, I don't want to get too deep into it too, but I've been to a few Atlanta Braves games, right?
Yeah.
And you know the Atlanta Braves, they do the chop. They do
chop,
this like they do this chop. So I'm really trying to understand why. You know, I'm trying to understand where the line is. You know what I mean?
I guess it's like the context too, because they weren't really making fun of it or insulting it. It was more of like a representation, like a celebration. It wasn't really deemed as a negative thing.
I just thought of this. I just thought of this too. Kansas City Chiefs.
That too, yeah.
Because they do something similar to the chop.
Yeah.
You'd have to
But
ask
that's what I mean. I don't know how it would be considered. Like, I mean, I guess in a sensitive mind state, yeah, I can understand where it'd be considered, you know, like racist or, you know, tiptoeing on that boundary. But at the same time, like, it was a form of representation. It wasn't used as an insult. They wore it on their chest, like with pride, like the flags, everything done with the name on it. Like, it wasn't done as like, you know, to you know, throw down on them. It was more like an uplifting. Like it put a spotlight to the culture itself, not for nothing. Nobody would know what the fuck the chop is or know anything about it if it wasn't for that form of representation. So it's kind of weird.
Yeah, it is weird because these teams were actually there's negative.
Yeah,
like especially the you know the Redskins or whatever, but Redskins, Indians, whatever. You could look at it negative, but like the fan base was looking at it in a very positive way.
Yeah,
They were supporting.
exactly.
They were supporting it as a team to support. I mean, that's what sports fandom's all about,
That's what I'm
really.
saying. Like, if you're a racist, you wouldn't go around wearing a shirt of the race you don't like on your chest. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
it makes no sense. So I just don't see how one coincides with the other. Like, how do you associate racism when it's being used as a symbol of pride?
Yeah,
So it's kind of strange.
I don't have these issues up here. My team's called the Patriots, the Celtics.
There you go.
Actually, hold on, the Celtics.
Oh shit!
The fucking Boston Celtics. Got one.
There you go.
Basketball. Yeah, there's one. Yep. And you know what's funny? Like they're the most like we got one of the most historic baseball teams up here in New England, in Boston. But like I always thought of it my whole life because I hear about it's the team of the area I live in. But what the fuck is a Red Sox? You know what I mean? Like
bloody socks from working. It's the working man's foot. Bloody socks.
It's like the Red Sox. That's
You know
had
what? That's a fucking good question. Like, hold on.
well, dude, the logo of the team is Red Sox. Like that's the logo. That is the logo. But what a goofy name.
The stupidest name in baseball.
Yeah, but when was the name made? Like in the early
1907 by owner John I. Taylor, inspired by the team's bright red stockings in the rival National League Boston team dropping their red hosiery. So it was based on their stockings.
From the dungeon, they do have White Sox. The Chicago White Sox. There's two socks.
Oh, fuck. Oh, see, those socks are racist, bro. This.
We
Fucking racist socks, man.
It needs to be according to the uniform.
Yes. But yeah, apparently that's where the name Red Sox came from. Is because of the long.
Well, here's the other question I have, because the White Sox do this too in Chicago. Why is it Sox SOX?
Because they don't know how to spell, just like in Boston.
They were probably drunk. They were probably drunk when they thought up the name.
Like he said, this team was named in early 1900s. Like
1901 to 1907. Look, before
Oh my
1908,
God.
the team was
Do you
mostly
wanna know
called
the-
Americans.
Yeah, do you want to know the reason why they used an X?
why?
Oh, it was a friendly abbreviation for stockings.
Yeah, and it was to save space on the uniform.
Yeah, I mean, that's smart.
Oh,
It's smart.
wow.
It's smart.
That's a fucking terrible excuse, bro. The fucking Yankees are they can spell their name across their fucking chest easily. What the fuck? You could put New York on their jersey, they're fine. Like the fuck?
Yeah, no.
Wisconsin, Milwaukee.
Yeah, dude.
Too long.
That's a terrible excuse. Was it very expensive to stitch uniforms back then? Give me a break.
Probably, yo, man. Embroidery is fucking expensive, bro.
It is now, not back then. What it cost them? 50 cents?
50 cents and like 4 years of arthritis, built up arthritis after all that fucking.
You know what? That's the truth though. Back then, that shit, there was no machines doing that shit. There was there was a bunch of fucking mothers just in a factory just doing that all day, bro. They were just knitting and sewing all day.
Fucking, oh man. See, those were the days, the golden age.
Yeah, those were the days, man. All right. So we had a planned Diggs' final cut, but because he's not here, I'm not gonna do his final cut without him. So we're gonna save his final cut for next week when he's back with us. So instead, what we're gonna do for the Diggs final cut, I'm gonna do something myself, which is new to me, and we might make this a permanent segment on the pod going forward, because I am a big nerd for can we laugh at the Lakers? I'm not gonna laugh at the Lakers. They just get knocked out of the playoffs. Fuck them. So
I don't know enough about it to care. So
But yeah, so let's get the Digz Final Cut logo up, and what we'll do for Digz Final Cut this week, since Digz isn't here, we're not gonna expose or talk about his movie that he had planned. I'm gonna do a documentary because I'm a big documentary nerd. I watch so many documentaries, and this one actually just came out on Netflix. If you have not seen it, it is called "Should I Marry a Murderer?" And at face value, you'd be like, this looks fucking boring. But I got sucked the fuck in to this documentary really quickly. So the woman in the picture there, her name is Dr. Caroline Murhead.
Is she the murderer?
No.
Okay.
She's actually the fuck you call it? What's the term for people that do autopsies?
Investigator.
Your wife would know this question.
I know this word.
I know French would know that.
Mortician?
Is it?
No, that's the people
medical
that prep the bodies.
The medical examiner.
Okay, so she's a medical examiner from Scotland. This all happened in Scotland. So
that's why she looks angry.
She actually throughout a lot of the documentary back when this happened. So the picture you see of her in the backdrop there, that's her during like being interviewed for the doc, but the footage of her when all the shit was going down, she was a lot younger. But so she ended up going on a dating site and meeting a guy. Right there, you kind of know, you know something's going to go on. Yep. She met a guy, and he was he was a guy that like ran his own farm and out in the mountains over there in Scotland. She lived because she's a medical examiner. She worked in the city, obviously, and that was her job. But she would actually drive over an hour to see him when they first started dating, and eventually they fell in love, and he proposed. And then as they're planning their wedding, they're talking like, I got to know. They start doing that thing that couples do. Like, I got to know that I'm going to be able to trust you for the rest of my life. That type of thing. I'm sure at some point, Gio, you're getting married soon. Like, you've had this conversation with Ness, but so yeah, they have this conversation. We need to trust you. Need to know everything about each other. Blah blah blah. And then they were both drinking a bit that night, and dude admitted to her that year or so ago, me and my brother got drunk and we accidentally hit a bicyclist with our car, and we didn't want to get in trouble, so we buried the body.
Oh,
yeah. So now she's fucking engaged to this guy. She finds this out. She goes on the internet. She looks up if this is true, and she immediately finds a story about a missing bicyclist. It was this older gentleman who just beat cancer, and he decided to go on this crazy bicycle tour for like a fundraiser to raise money for cancer. You know what I mean? Yeah. And yeah, these so the guy she was dating and his brother, they left a bar that same night, and they were drunk and they accidentally hit this guy. And the reason why this documentary is so fucking crazy, though, is the way this chick handled herself throughout it was just so fucking weird, dude.
Like, did she give him up, though?
Yeah, so she contacts the police. She tells the police what he told her. They don't have evidence. They actually ask her to try to get more information. She continues to see the guy, continues to
basically putting her own life at risk.
Right, and then she even has him show
like murder. That's what I thought when I saw the thumbnail, D. I was like, this bitch killed somebody.
So she has him show her where they buried the guy. She leaves like a Red Bull can at the gravesite so she can mark it. She then tells the police where the body's buried, but they still don't have enough for a warrant. She has to get more. She starts recording conversations with him. She starts trying to.
Why don't cops like watch movies too? Like, you don't need a warrant if you just so happen to stumble across something. You know what I mean?
No. So the reason why is this guy's land he was on was a massive estate of property. Like we're talking,
it was private property.
It was acres and acres of land on top of that. So you couldn't just go there with a warrant and start ripping up the property because you'd be there for fucking years. You're talking like, you're talking like in the Scotland mountains and shit. Like it's a massive property, and so like they had to get a more narrow view of where this body was, and then eventually they get what they need. Eventually they get the warrant. Eventually they get digging. Eventually they find the body. Eventually they arrest this guy, and they don't say shit in interrogation, and they end up making bail. So then now you're thinking, okay, this guy's out. The police need to make their case. You're thinking this chick, she's out. She's done with that dude, right? Wrong. Her guilt of giving this guy up. Somehow they're back together. And she's lying to him as they're back together. He still doesn't know who gave him up. So she's still playing this fucking game. And then, the police didn't tell her to get back with him. She did it on her own. So then you're thinking, okay, now you're in love with the guy again? Okay, whatever. But then no, while she's with him again, she starts recording him again.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
It's like she kept going back and forth.
Yeah, that's easily signs of confliction. She was carrying guilt way too fucking much, but I also see it kind of like she had a case of Stockholm syndrome going on here. Like I feel like she was in love with the guy. You know what I mean? So she was conflicted. Yeah. But at the same time, you already made the call to give him up, stupid. Like why you fucking dumb? Like you can be next. You can be next.
So then she starts giving this new evidence to the cops. No. And then eventually dude ends up finally the warrant's over. Like they got the body, so the property's no longer a crime scene. Dude's out on bail, so dude goes and moves back home. She goes and moves back home with him. And then here's the fucking kicker. The body now is discovered of the bicyclist, right? Guess where the body goes? Guess where she works as a medical examiner. Fucking dude, it's some fucking crazy. It's like one thing after the other.
Those are instances that you can't write that shit. Like you really cannot write that shit.
Yeah, and then they still said to her, "We don't have enough evidence. Still, we need to find the bike." So she starts trying to figure out where they put the fucking bike.
That shit's on eBay or in some kid's fucking garage already. That's gone. That bike is gone.
So they can't find it, whatever. Eventually he finds out that it was her. He finds out. And believe it or not, he doesn't kill her. They get in an argument about it, and he doesn't kill her. Believe it or not. Crazy to think, right? He's in love with her. He can't touch her. So now he's arrested again. He's going to be going to trial.
Okay.
They don't have the bicycle though. So who's their star witness? It's going to be her.
For fuck's sake.
So now
she's so fucked. she's so fucked.
Yo, and then I'm not going to spoil the rest of it, dude, because the ending is probably the best part. And I'm not going to say it because the ending is the best part. That's where I'll leave everybody.
I'm watching that shit tonight.
Because like it's just fucking. It's one thing. Like when you think it can't get worse, it just keeps getting worse.
It sound like a fucking like one of those snowballs And the fucking snowball effect.
It
It's fucking getting bigger and worse and worse as it goes down.
Yeah, and it was so for me like a documentary like this is like a pleasant surprise. Like Netflix for me is the juggernaut of documentaries right now.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not saying other streaming platforms don't do a good job of doing documentaries, but I just don't think anyone can touch Netflix's documentaries.
I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more.
They just do a great way of telling these stories and what's funny about documentaries to me is that I get so sucked into them because these are stories that really happen in real life.
Exactly. This is real.
So when I get sucked into them, I could easily just go on Google and spoil it for myself. Where's the fucking fun in that?
You know, like, who dies?
You know? But I'll tell you one thing. When I watch a documentary like this, when I get to the end, the first thing I'm doing is going on Google and looking up a bunch of questions that I didn't see in the fucking documentary. I'm like,
for real, hell yeah.
Yeah.
I like documentaries that do that, where they really tickle the fucking mind a lot, where they have you asking yourself more questions. But is it just me, or does this bitch look like the chick from Sex and the City? The slut. The really slutty one.
Yeah.
Looks like her.
So the funny thing about, like I said, so the funny thing I think about this picture here, though, so this is obviously well after all that shit happened. This is her modern
That was
day.
Sarah Paulson.
Yeah.
This is
is she still with him in this picture? Like, were they pen pals in jail or some shit?
no, she's in this picture. She's moved on. She's moved on.
Oh,
Yeah.
so there is a happy ending.
No,
to all this.
because what I was trying to say was she was a lot younger when all this shit was going on.
Yeah.
She was probably in her mid to late 20s when this all was going down.
Shit.
So, and the whole
young
reason,
and dumb, man. Young and dumb.
yeah. And the funny thing was too, at the very beginning of the documentary, she says she got out of a very toxic relationship before she met this dude.
Lo and behold, what are the odds?
So,
The irony in that situation is beautiful.
yeah, exactly. So, yeah, that's Should I Marry a Murderer? I definitely recommend it. I think it's a great story. I mean, it's sad for the family of the bicyclist, and that's the thing about documentaries. He was a real person. He did not deserve what happened to him, and that's the other fucked up shit you find out during the doc is when he got hit by the car. He wasn't dead.
Wow.
If they would have not been selfish and scared and
Just call the fucking ambulance and reported it, he would have survived.
he could have easily been saved. Instead, they let him bleed
That's
out,
seriously fucked up.
and then they buried him. So yeah, it's fucking tough.
Mhm.
And then the other fucked up part about it too, I'll just say this, because she was a medical examiner and they were dating, and then he knew that once he told her what happened in confidence, he started picking her brain of like what's the best ways to get rid of a body and shit like that. And that's when she got conflicted, because she's like, wait, so he trusted me with this information, but yet is the entire reason he even met me because her job was on the dating site profile and shit. You know what I mean? So there's that question too. Did he purposely want to hook up with her because of what her profession was? That's another
beg the question, guys. When you go on dating sites, don't put all your fucking information out there.
Exactly.
Give the conversation some spark so you have something to talk about.
Exactly.
You put it all out there on your profile, you ruin it.
Yep, exactly. That's exactly it.
Don't forget your thirst trap too.
Yeah, thirst trap. Make sure you take the booty pic, looking back at it like that. Like that.
Oh shit. But yeah, that's it, man. That's it. That's all we got for tonight. I appreciate you, Gio, for coming in and filling in for me. Digz.
I got you, brother.
Digz obviously had a family emergency he had to take care of, so definitely appreciate that. Sanchez, like always, for holding it down behind the scenes. Appreciate you for always being here and helping me out with some of these stories. So yeah, guys, make sure tomorrow morning you check out Gio here and Sanchez, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Morning Rips. You'll catch them again on Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, Bong Rips and Video Games. Also check out Sanchez and the DD214 Boys, Monday, 7 p.m. Oh shit, I completely forgot. We got when's your new episode?
Sunday.
Tune in, tune out. There you go.
Tune in to about Sunday. What time?
That will be in the morning at 10 a.m. Sunday.
There you go.
Yeah, and we just released a video earlier today too about the Fallout reality TV show too. Please check that out. And if you don't mind, I'd like to plug something in real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Saturday, I am finally releasing the second episode for the Time Travel Files. It was originally going to be released tomorrow, but yesterday new information on John Titor came out. So I had to restructure some things.
Pivot.
Yeah. So we actually had to pivot and redo the whole thing. But yeah, that comes out Saturday, and it is the most emotionally draining thing I've ever done. It took a lot out of me, and it took literally months to do. So I really hope that you guys really do enjoy it. It's a very fun mind bender. But Time Travel Files, episode 2, Saturday.
Nice. All right. Hey, while we're at it, why don't you drop your association there, Gio? Oh wait, he's coughing.
Nice.
Do you want to plug your boys at Hemper?
Oh, you can always plug in Hempers. Be sure to shop hemper.co. Use code BRVG at checkout to get yourself a bunch of fucking smoking apparati that'll enhance your fucking smoking sessions. Do it. But again, BRVG on checkout, man. Do it. You get a cute little discount.
All right. Appreciate everybody that was in chat from the dungeon and everybody else. Bullets, anyone I'm missing. Thank everybody for viewing, watching, listening. Thank you so much. And until next week, you have a great week. Thank you.
Two kids that never quit, from the ring to the booth, yeah, they still talk their shit. Hey! Thursdays on your feet, they're the ones you don't skip. If you came for the vibes, you came for J.M. and Digz. Digz got reels, all the scares, all the gore, driving bloodbaths, late night lore, breaking down scenes, every scream, every twist. If it crawls from the dark, it's already on his list. Local buzz, from the block to the bay, talking hometown legends who still got something to say. From the bar stool stories to the front page hits, same crew, new view, same chasm and wit. Oh yeah.